Hey y'all, welcome back to Shanetta's DIY Life channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here with me today to look at my new DIY. I am so grateful for everyone. Hello to my new subscribers. Hello to my old subscribers. Hey y'all, to all of y'all. So today's DIY was inspired by me just being in Joanne and not wanting to pay big bucks for a cute little sign I saw in the store. And I really was trying to figure out a way to replicate some kind of wood. And so I was like, this would be a great idea. And I went to Dollar Tree and I went to a couple of things that's already in my house. And I was like, this idea was born. And I was so excited to get everything together. And I was happy to show you guys because I'm sure everyone is not willing to always pay those big store prices for cute signs, especially when new ones are always coming out. And this would be a great alternative if you're like me, who is always changing your decor in your house. So go to Dollar Tree, buy you some foam board, get you some paint, and yeah, we're gonna get this started. Now that you have all of the blocks drawn out on your foam board, you're going to want to cut them out. I am using a hot knife and I do not know what I would do without this hot knife right now because this project deals a lot with foam board. And yes, I could use my X-Acto knife, but I just am not liking to use my X-Acto knife on foam board. So I purchased this and I am like super excited I did because it was so easy. It cut through the foam board like butter. I have the link in my description if you want to buy one because I'm going to be using this for a lot of other DIYs and it's the perfect addition to my craft room area. So you want to make sure that you're applying pressure and using the hot knife over a piece of glass because if not it would burn the fabric I have below in my table. So just be mindful of that if you're going to use a hot knife. And if you're going to use your X-Acto knife, use it on your cutting board or something that you don't care about destroying because you would cut through it as well because you have to apply a lot of pressure when cutting your actual foam board. Now this is the contact paper that I am using. It is so gorgeous. I've had it for like over a year because I want to put it in my smaller bathroom on the floor. So I have another video when we put in contact paper from Dollar Tree in my craft room area that you can check out as well. But yeah, I was like, I have to use this other stuff for somewhere because I have so much of it. And the place that actually I bought this from no longer has it. So I tried to find it for you guys because I know people gonna be like, where you buy that paper from? And I don't even know now because they don't have it no more and I couldn't find it at any other place. So sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so now I'm just cutting out strips from my contact paper that I'm going to be using to cover the pieces of the foam board. Now here's the tip: when you are cutting out the contact paper, just make sure you're leaving some extra contact paper around the entire foam board pieces because you want to be able to cover it. Just think of the foam board as being a present and the contact paper is the wrapping paper. Now, certain pieces of contact paper will adhere 110% depending upon the type of contact paper that you have. Mine doesn't need any type of hot glue, but yours may. If you use the really dark wood one from Dollar Tree, you will likely need to have some hot glue to help it adhere and not come off of the foam board pieces. So now I brung out my canvas. I want my signs to be a little bit bigger than this medium size canvas is what I call it. I'm not sure of the actual dimensions because I threw that piece of paper away. But you can use any size canvas you want. You can use any kind of picture frame you want just to have an idea of the size you want for the space. You can measure it out. You can do whatever you need to do to get it to be the right size that you want it to be. So I am placing the pieces in on top of the canvas, and I'm using some tape to help me keep the pieces together. This is crucial because you want to be able to hot glue these together so that they will not come apart. And it will make it so much easier moving forward, because if not, they will be all over the place and you'll be taking so much time just trying to keep on putting them back together in order to just move on with the DIY. And now I am taking longer pieces just to give it some extra togetherness because I do not want these things to move. Now flipped it on over, brung my canvas on top, and now I'm going to get my beautiful hot knife to cut off all the excess pieces that are outside of the dimensions I want my actual sign to be. So whatever you're using, just use that. If you don't have anything, you can use a ruler. But here is a quick tip and very important. I am using the glass from a picture frame to cut my height knife against when I am doing this. If you're cutting on anything, make sure you're using glass, because if you're cutting on wood, like on a table, it will burn your table. So using glass will be a great barrier to protect whatever surface you're using to cut your hot knife on. And now you're going to glue. You're going to be using so many glue sticks, so take out about 5 or 6 of them. If you have a really mini glue stick, you want to take out a bunch more of those. I'm using the larger ones. So I decided to use some type of support. And these are small pieces of cardboard that I use for an old project. I got it from Joanne. I do not know the name of it, but you can use anything. You have an old pizza box, a old maybe some cereal that's empty, you can go take that box, a soda can box, like anything that's cardboard you can use to do this, to give it more stability in the back. So I'm gluing it with my hot glue and putting it all in the creases. Then I start to use it in different designs like in the back, just to make sure pieces are stuck together, because again, it is foam board, and it is contact paper and it's not really wood. So the slightest movement sometimes can just make something pop out of place. So having as much support in the back that is not viewable from the front is so ideal and it's warranted. So do what you feel, but I'm just suggesting you can do this step as well to make sure your sign lasts for the long run. Here is another tip. You could use the backing of a certificate size picture frame so that you can actually have a mechanism to hang it on the back, as well as give it support for all the pieces to hold on to. Here I'm just showing I cut thin strips to apply it to the sides of the actual pieces of foam board, because when I cut it initially all the white was showing, so I just got some more pieces of contact paper the size of the size, and I just aligned it on the side, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. Now I'm taking off all of the actual tape because it's nailed together, and I apply my stencil from my brown contact paper that Dollar Tree has that you can use to make your sign out of as well. And I got this quote because I was watching Vampirina. If you have any kind of kids or nieces or nephews, that is on Disney, and my son watches it all the time, and I love this little song they had about the family being perfectly imperfect, and I was like, that is a great sign to put up in the house because everybody's family is perfectly imperfect. So I wanted to make that into a sign for this DIY and share it with you guys because I think this is a great quote. I am using white acrylic paint I purchased from Dollar Tree, nothing special, and I'm using a Dollar Tree paintbrush to apply it to my stencil. as I was painting on top of the contact paper, I was still seeing the actual design come through the white. So I went over this twice. So you may have to do it as well, depending upon what type of contact paper that you use. And here is the final product. I think it came out so beautiful. You will not know it's made from foam board unless someone told you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for checking me out. Go ahead, subscribe now and give me a thumbs up. Have a beautiful day.